Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Dead Pundits Society. Today, I'm joined by Pablo and Dior, and we are back with another tier list in January 2026. And we're going to be looking at January signings and ranking them across the years. So we've got a lot here that are signings that went for a lot of money or were maybe big names, and we're going to be judging how we think they ended up.
Yeah.
So to get us started right off the bat is Alexis Sanchez.
I mean, Dior, I know you sympathize for Man United, so maybe I'll
Yeah,
let you start it off.
yeah, sure. Alexis Sanchez, I really liked him like at Arsenal. Insane player. Even like for Barcelona, he was decent. But when he came to Manchester United, came like in a really bad period. But in the beginning, he was not that bad. But like it just got worse and worse and worse. Like I would say, like the experience with him, it's so bad. So yeah, I don't know. Like I will just, to be honest, put them like I will give him. It's a Manchester United transfer, so I will give him a D. To be honest, maybe C.
Wow. I
Yeah,
would say D personally. I mean, I think he was really, really poor for Man United. And
Yeah,
it's a shame because he was such an
I
amazing player
agree.
for Arsenal, super high energy, high octane. But for Man United, I mean, it wasn't the period where it seemed like every signing that Man United made was a flop. But still, it was really a shame because I think he seemed like a good fit on paper for the club.
Yeah, you're
true.
making me think at some point we could do even just a United transfers because
I
all of
swear.
these guys that ended up not working out, you can talk about Memphis Depay, you can talk about Alexis Sanchez, maybe Mkhitaryan. Um, but yeah, Alexis, the drop off was crazy, like both of
Yeah.
you have
Mm.
mentioned. I do have an unpopular opinion for another video, maybe when we eventually do a wingers tier list, that I do think he's slightly overrated now, but that's a topic for another time. And overall, I agree that the transfer, I mean, it's got to be a D relative to
Yeah,
expectations, right?
it must be a D here because we felt like we got a S player, but like yeah,
Then the
no
next
impact.
one is a deep
Oh,
pull. I almost laughed when I pulled him out, and there's a reason. There's a reason he's here. But it's Andy Carroll, and I don't know who wants to kick us off here. If anyone has any strong
I can
opinions,
start it off. I mean, it's kind of crazy because Andy Carroll was signed for 35 million pounds in 2011, which at the time was the equivalent of about 80 million, in my opinion, in terms of relative purchasing power. It's actually funny because he was signed the same day as another Liverpool player who I don't think is on his
that
list. Is he?
yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna add him after he was supposed to be there.
Okay. But
Yeah.
yeah, he was signed the same day as Luis Suarez. Obviously, both went on to have very different careers at Liverpool. I think Andy Carroll's career kind of went downhill when he joined Liverpool. And honestly, I'm teetering between a C and a D, like a low C or a high D. So what do you guys think?
I I think it's a D, man. I think
Yeah,
it's
me too.
like
For
straight up a
this
D.
price back in the day,
Yeah. And
it's
the expectations were that he was going to be the next big thing. The one that the other player that you're mentioning that we can go ahead and rank right after this one. He was supposed to be on this list, but is Luis Suarez, who was signed the same day as Andy Carroll. And if you consider that Andy Carroll was significantly more expensive, he's got to be a D, man. I mean, there's
not
no
D.
other way to
Yeah.
the question is I think he's worse than Alexis Sanchez, to be honest.
He had
I
zero impact.
Yeah,
like
I would say so. Yeah, and his career like wasn't even that good like
No.
after that. So it kind of derailed his career in a way.
should we rank Suarez even without his image
Yeah,
here?
I mean, I think Suarez is an S tier for me, pretty
I
Yeah,
simple.
agree.
it's still
Easy S. I
clear.
figured even if his image isn't here, easy S
Yeah,
tier, right?
He's an S in
yeah.
spirit, let's just say that.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking? The next one, Anthony Gordon. Why don't
I've
you kick us off, Jake?
yeah, Jake.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a random one. Actually Chelsea really wanted to sign him a couple years ago. He was rumored to be Frank Lampard's like top target or one of his top targets. Uh I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's like anything incredible either. I honestly, I mean, for lack of a better word, when I think of him as a January transfer signing, considering they paid what, 60 million for him, I think kind of mid. I would put him B. I don't know if that's harsh. But yeah.
Um, I would actually say B is good, but he is a good player. Like right now, he's getting a lot of scorer as well, and I would say like he's a good player, but like a little bit above average, but
Yeah.
not like special. So yeah,
Yeah,
B is I think good. B
I think
plus.
B's good. I mean, the thing is, he's had a pretty poor last couple months, especially in the league. In the Champions League, he scores quite a few goals, but his first years were pretty good. So I think B is quite good. All right, what do we think about the next one? Aubameyang.
Why don't
Okay,
you
I
kick
need
us
to
off?
start it.
Yeah.
I need to
Go
start
for
it because he was a Dortmund player.
That's what
So
I
Yeah,
was gonna say.
yeah, so this guy insanely for Dortmund, but to be honest, the chances that he always got from the players, his conversion rate, I would say, like was not really that good. Like
yeah.
even he's an amazing player, but people just forget like how many chances he missed. Like this guy missed so many chances, even in Arsenal. Um, but I would say like he was still. I wouldn't put him like the thing is he was so expensive. Like I always have to consider it as well in this
Yeah.
case. So I would give him, but he was top scorer. Uh, A minus, like lower A tier, I would say.
It's a do you want to respond to that, Pablo, or can I
Yeah,
hop
I
in?
mean, no, you can kick it off.
No, I was gonna say it's a tough one for Aubameyang. You know, when I was creating this list, I obviously thought about some of these a little bit. I wanted to save it for the video. Obviously, he was Arsenal's captain for a while, and to be fair to him, he was one of the joint top goal scorers
Yeah,
for a season. You know, but the thing is, at the end of the day, you know, the most significant thing he won there was FA Cup, and that's it. And he was there for what, 5, 6 years, was captain of the club. I but he was really good. So I
yeah,
think he's either extremely high B or low A for me.
I'd put him in A. I mean, come on, he was pretty good, like for a pretty trash Arsenal team back in those days. He won the top score, the Golden Boot as well. I mean, obviously he's not
yeah,
the most clinical striker, but I think he's remembered quite fondly. Obviously, the way he left was quite,
yeah.
harsh, but still. Who's next? Is that Emerick Laporte?
That is Emerick Laporte. Yes, it's a little hard to
Oh, what
see,
a
but
transfer.
Emerick
yeah,
Laporte, I don't
man.
know. It's kind of tough because I think he was pretty good for like 3 years, I would say, but then after he really fell off for City. Honestly, I kind of would put him high B. I think he's better than Gordon, but I don't know if he
Yeah.
fits in the eighth category for me.
No, I would put him B as well. Like he was really good. Like in the year that he joined, he played so good at that Atletico Bilbao. And also pretty funny that he got his peak again at the Euros.
Yeah,
So that
while
was
playing
funny, but
for while playing for Al Nassr of all clubs.
yeah, yeah. So I would give him also like B, like upper
Yeah,
B.
You know, it's funny because he was very good for City. So like my first instinct is for a January signing. I didn't even remember that he was January. My first instinct was to put him A, but then the thing is, when I thought back on it, he was actually injured a lot. Like I
Yeah,
yeah,
think there were only maybe 2 seasons where he
yeah,
was fully fit. The other seasons he would play like half a season and then disappear or be back for 2 months, leave, be back. Um, and I think that alone might hurt him a little bit. We can put him B, but I would put him above
yeah,
Gordon
yeah,
for
yeah, for
sure.
sure. Also, he was very expensive. I think it was like 60 million pounds or something. He was like for a defender,
Yeah, he
he had
was he
broke the
was not
record at
cheap.
the time.
Mm.
What do you think, Dior? You are going to kick us
Okay.
off with Bruno Fernandes?
Like to be honest, this guy is the best transfer of Manchester United since I would say probably 10 years, yeah,
Yeah, I
around 10
think so.
years. This
Easily.
guy, yeah, but I wouldn't put him S tier to be honest. Like
Oh,
if I'm being honest, like because he is insanely good, but still I can't say he's a S tier transfer if we haven't won like okay, we won the European League, but it's Manchester United. Like it's I don't know. Like for me, he's top A, but he missed a title or something where I would say like, okay, this guy, yeah, he's a S
Damn.
tier.
I was gonna put him in S tier personally. I mean, the thing
Me
is,
too. Me
my
too.
thought
Yeah.
process is that obviously, if you look at what he won, it's not a good look. But I think that it wasn't really his fault. Like he was a really great performer. Like he's been really good for United, and
Yeah,
more the team around him that hasn't met up to his expectations. I mean, I'm happy to put him in upper tier A. I think he
So,
definitely is better than
or maybe, or
yeah.
Aubameyang.
maybe I'm, or, or maybe I'm just too harsh to be honest. But I don't know. I always think like about Manchester United as the club as it was like 15 years ago, and
Yeah.
then
Hmm.
would we put a, do we put a Bruno Fernandes
So yeah.
15 years ago in an S tier for Manchester United? Like, but yeah, but maybe like I would say, yeah, could be S tier, yeah, to be honest,
So,
yeah.
so he- here's the thing with Bruno is that and I'm pretty sure I've spoken to both of you about this. I can't believe I'm about to plead his case because I actually hate this guy. I'm going to be fully transparent. He's the person in the Premier League that I hate the most. Has nothing to do with the team he plays for. It just has to do with the way that he acts. I think I can't stand him. I think he's a whiner. With all of that said, I'm about to defend him. For me, he's got to be S. Apart from the things that Pablo brought up, it's that he came in January, and that same season he was their best player, having only played
Yeah,
half the
true.
season. And then every season
No.
since then, he's been Manchester United's either first or second best player every season for
Okay,
like
you guys right. Yeah, no, no.
the
Let's put the mess here. No, no. I was just being too harsh. I was just like,
but I get it for you.
yeah.
You're like a United fan, so you've been
Yeah.
traumatized by the tough year.
Yeah, yeah. So I was like, but
Yeah,
no, he
man.
is. If it's a S tier, like if someone mentioned that is a S tier, then it's him.
Yeah.
And
The
also
next
the
one
thing
is a bit of
is,
a
so I was
sorry,
just
go
gonna
ahead,
say, the thing
Pablo.
is, it's about the transfer, right? So you can be an S tier transfer without being an S tier player as well, and he can be
True.
a D tier transfer even if he's an S
That's
tier
true.
player. Like there's some on this list that are gonna be D tier in my opinion, even though they're really good players. But we'll get on to them
Okay.
later.
Yeah. The next one is a bit of I mean, it's like a slight meme, but Pablo and I were speaking about this quickly before the we kicked off the podcast. Oscar Mboaba from Chelsea to Shanghai SIPG. It's funny because he's still in the top 15 most expensive January transfers ever. And it's been a little while now. I love this guy, man. All I'll say is when he was at Chelsea, I actually loved him. He thought he was really entertaining to watch. As a transfer, how am I going to rate it? I mean, we got 60 million off of it when he was like not an established starter, so it was good on the Chelsea side. How good was it on the Shanghai side? Who really did the Chinese league really take off the way they wanted? Not necessarily. I have a hard time ranking this. I think, maybe C.
Oh,
Yeah.
nah, you being
You
too
think
harsh.
more?
Like
You
he's
think?
a legend in the Chinese league, bro. Like
Yeah, that's
just
true.
being honest, he's a legend of a he is the legend. Like definitely like a lot of Chinese kids watch football and think like, oh my God, it's Oscar. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
That's
know. I
true.
think it's too harsh to put him because he changed football and like he's one of the reason like people in China want to play football.
Hmm.
I think like his impact is so big, but we don't really know because we live in Europe. And yeah, so I don't know. I think personally C is too harsh for him
Fair.
because he's playing really well there. Like
But he
yeah.
left when he was 26, man. That's the.
I,
Yeah.
I would say I
Anyways,
would say lower table B though. I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think he passes Anthony Gordon, but let's say that.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
what do
Yeah.
you think, Pablo? If you were to
Yeah,
just like from the outside looking in,
no, I think tier B. I mean, he's definitely like I don't really know much about the Chinese league, but I trust Dior. If he says he's a legend there and he's helped,
he definitely is.
bring football to the country and develop it, even though the Chinese league no longer spends the big bucks. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, it's funny, and this is just a side tangent, but I studied the IB diploma in high school, and I wrote my extended essay, my EE, on football as a soft power in China. I won't get into it too much, but a big topic of focus was Oscar Hulk and Alex Teixeira
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
were signed, and
Yeah.
those guys were supposed to be the stars. Hulk was quite big too. Teixeira was
Paulinho.
important, but Yeah, Paulinho, but Paulinho was still really good as well when he went, which is what's crazy. But Oscar was definitely the number one star though, I think. So
Yeah,
Dior's right about that. He was the main guy. Next is Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a clear S tier in my opinion as a transfer. I mean, he signed for
yeah.
Newcastle that first transfer window of Eddie Howe when they were fighting for relegation, and he's transformed them into a club that is competing every year for the Champions League, and won their first trophy in 70 years last year. He's their captain. He's really integrated well into the city. I mean, I don't think it gets much more S tier than that. Sure, he was pretty expensive. I think it was like 40 million pounds, but I think he's done everything he could have done, especially as a January signing.
I think it's you can compare him to Bruno Fernandes a little bit. You know what I mean? Like obviously different positions, but the way this guy loves the club, it's insane. Like
Yeah.
it's insane. And me and Jake talked about it, like about Brazilians and club love, which is insane. Like this. So I would say like he's also S tier, but I would put them behind Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, I would agree with that. At first I was thinking A, but you guys have convinced me it's pretty much as S as it gets. I mean, if we're thinking about that Newcastle project, he's
Mhm.
probably been their best signing, right? Because he's the one
Other
that
than Isaac,
stayed.
I would say, yeah.
But arguably he's been better than Isak though, because he's stayed and he's been
Yeah.
like the heart of the midfield and
Yeah,
whatnot. But yeah, it's between those two. So you know what? That's I wasn't gonna go S, but I think you guys are right. I think it's a clear S, just as much as
Okay.
this next one is a clear
Yeah.
D.
Yeah.
D.
Let's make it quick. F.
Last
Like this
place as
guy
well. Like
leads
there should be a
this.
new category for him and for
Yeah.
someone else that's coming up in a bit.
Dude, it's so
Biggest biggest fraud. No, let's. No, I'm just getting angry if I talk about this guy like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, we don't need to talk. What can we say? 150 million, a
Yeah.
complete waste of money. Went to Bayern Munich on loan, scored 2 goals against Barcelona and that 8-2. Like enough said, really,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
he was brought in to be the Neymar replacement as well.
Yeah.
That's like the
Yeah, and he
level
was
it was
more
at.
like, I don't know, like Bojan Kirkic than Neymar, but yeah.
Oh, don't disrespect Bojan like that,
Nah,
man.
don't
But
disrespect with him with this guy. He's a fraud, man. Like such a fraud.
no, I mean
But
obviously
yeah.
Dior's the Barcelona fan here, but the one thing I will say about him, I agree, he's a unanimous D. He's probably bottom of this entire list. But what's sad to me is that season of Premier League, right? Right before he went, I was like, dude, I was like really that was a season where I was really watching, and Conte was the Chelsea coach. I was like religiously watching games, all of the games. And Coutinho was so good, man. He was
Yeah.
like unbelievably good. He was like probably top three or four best players in the league. He was just
Yeah,
such a disappointment at Barcelona.
for
True.
sure.
Next up is Diego Costa sold back from Chelsea to Atletico.
What, like when he had the fight with Conte?
Yes, so he
I'd say like a
he was actually
C.
sold for a good chunk more back to Atletico than compared to when we signed him
I'd
in
say, yeah, I'd say like a
2014. Yeah.
C personally. Like he was okay at Atletico, but he wasn't amazing when he came back the
Yeah.
second time.
Did he win? Was he there for their title win with Suarez or no? Or was he
No, I
No,
already
think
no,
no,
gone?
he'd
no, no,
already
Okay.
no.
left by then.
Yeah. Well, then in that case, and I'm not trying to reduce it to trophies, but in that case, it's probably like a C, right?
I would say
Like,
it's a C,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the first C.
But again, like
yeah.
let's
He was
not
good
focus.
though.
Yeah, I don't. We shouldn't focus too much on the trophies. Like again, we're gonna see when the player comes later. But I don't. For me, if they win a
That's
trophy,
true.
but they were really bad, like I'm still
I
gonna
know who you're
rank them
talking
low.
about.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think anyway,
But
but
no,
still,
actually, we might be doing him harsh. He was actually good when he went back
I
because I
don't think so.
remember
But he
he had
wasn't
this.
like amazing. I think C's fine because he wasn't tearing up trees, and
No,
also
he's C. But how
Like
much worse was he than Anthony Gordon?
I
I don't
think
know.
Gordon was
Anyways,
like
better.
no God is bad. Like the best thing about Diego Costa was maybe like his Instagram introduction, like
Yeah,
from Atletico
yeah, that
Madrid.
was legendary.
Yeah, like
No, you know
that
what?
was
Actually, you're
S
right. He
that
was
was
bad
S
when he
tier.
went. He was bad when he went back because he wasn't
Yeah.
even. He didn't even start a lot of the time.
No,
But yeah,
is
you
the
guys are
next
right.
yeah is the
C
next
is
guy
fine.
Enzo?
Yes, it's Enzo
Okay,
Fernandez.
Enzo
So should I kick?
Fernandez. You
Do you
saw it
want to
as a
kick this
Chelsea
off?
fan. No, no, you
No,
saw it as
because
a
I'm
Chelsea
I'm I'm
fan.
very curious to hear what you guys say. So I don't know whether I want to go first
okay,
or after you.
okay, okay. Maybe I will start then.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for
For
it.
like what I can say, he got signed because of a World Cup
Yeah.
and he played amazing for Benfica. But like a lot of players playing amazing for Benfica, Ronaldo Sanchez, for example, he used to play
Yeah.
also amazing for Benfica. But I think what was about him is like he's getting better and better every season. Like every season, this guy is getting better and better. But if I have to think about the transfer back in the days for this kind of money, I will give him a C. I will put him a C tier. Just being honest, like I think uh for like what you paid, you didn't got it like back in the days. The impact was not
That's
that
I would
good.
interesting.
say that. I don't think he can be higher than C just because
Yeah,
obviously he's a solid player now, but I think it was like 120 million euros or pounds even, like it was really high. And he it took a while to get used to that league. And so obviously his World Cup performance was amazing, but you can't really count that in the transfer because it was
yeah,
before it happened.
Hmm. Okay, that's interesting. Where I would have ranked him would have been B. That's my like personal ranking of him. Not that anything you guys have said is wrong. I'm just thinking that he's he has been good at Chelsea. He's had periods like last season he had a period where he was unbelievable, like really, really good to the point that people were talking about him being, one of the better or best midfielders in the Prem. But the thing is, it can be a bit hit or miss. The price tag is the main thing pulling him
yeah,
down. I think if he was a 60 million or even an 80 million player, we would have him higher than he is. But the truth is, Chelsea spent a lot, right? We spent like, I think it was like 120 million euros, which is huge. Um, so all except C, since you both have said C, he would be a B in my mind, but I get C. I'm ranking him above Costa though, because I think he's a better signing than Diego Costa.
yeah, yeah. No, no, no. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Vlahovic,
Yeah,
C
Pablo.
Dusan.
C as well, in my opinion. I mean, he went for 75 million euros, which in the Italian league is like 500 million euros in the Premier League, because no one has any money. And he was great at Fiorentina. I mean, I think when he was transferred, he had scored like something like a goal a game, like 15, 16 goals in 16 games. And at Juve, he's been okay, but he's not really been that difference maker that they were looking for when they signed him, right? So he's still scored goals, but he's being linked away, and now he's running down his contract as well. He's gonna probably leave in the summer, maybe even to the Premier League. So I would put him in C. I mean, I think he's probably better than Costa, probably worse than Fernandez. So I'd probably put him there. What do you guys think?
Yeah, so it's a weird one because I remember he was so highly ranked when he went to Juve from Fiorentina. He was very good. Even on paper, like it sounds stupid, but on paper that's the type of striker that you love to see play, right? He's big, he's strong, he's got a good finishing on him, general like pretty good game awareness. But
Yeah.
as time has passed, I feel like his stock has just like, gradually decreased. I'm not saying it's had a massive drop off, but he's definitely a lot less highly rated now as a 26-year-old than he was, a couple years ago as a 22, 23-year-old breakout star.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah. I agree as well. No, no, I can just agree. You guys about him.
I think C then you said, yeah, he's
Yeah,
better than it's been a better transfer than Costa though,
most
probably.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah. Next one is Ferran Torres, so you should kick us off, Dior, from
Okay,
Man
like
City.
right now, this guy, one play he plays like R9. In the other game he plays like Lord Bentner. Like this guy, bro, I don't know. Like I don't know what to think about this guy, man. Like this guy is such a fraud. But he came for so much money. Like if you think about like Barca was really poor. Like at
Yeah,
this point, where we had the lowest. We got him. We were like, okay, Pep, can you do us a favor? Can we get Ferran Torres from you? And Pep was like, of course. Yeah, you can have him. Here, have him. 50 million.
yeah, that was crazy.
And yeah, I'm just being honest, bro. This guy, maybe above Costa, man. Maybe if we are like but
Damn, that
not.
low.
Yeah, bro. Like right now, bro, I'm just thinking about the day when he went to us. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
day he went to us, he was a sub at City. He was not even a starter, bro. He was a sub. For
That's
50
true.
million, you're
Yeah.
buying a sub from City and you're Barcelona, and he has zero impact when he came. Zero impact, nothing.
Yeah.
So maybe even you can say D plus. I swear to God, like if I'm just being honest,
I mean,
because
I think D is a bit harsh, but I agree with you.
D,
Also,
yeah. Yeah,
Barcelona
D is
was so
harsh.
poor when they signed him. Like he
yeah,
literally had no money.
yeah, it's like a 150 deal for Chelsea, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
this guy, like it's and what did you get?
Yeah.
Like you get someone who just I
I
don't
mean, the
know.
thing is, he has been pretty good at some points, but I agree with you that overall he definitely hasn't had the impact of a 50 million player. I'd put him at
No.
C as well, personally.
Yeah, see, let's say
Mid to low
see above
C.
Costa.
Yeah. I think his Costa was
Damn,
pretty
Costa's
bad
become
when he went.
become the benchmark. Yeah, but dude, he's better than any of these guys
Yeah,
relative to
yeah.
like the
No,
expect
no, no,
because you
no,
can't just
no,
consider like obviously on paper Alexis Sanchez is better than Costa, but Costa what he offered compared to what was
yeah,
expected of
no,
Alexis,
no.
like
I mean,
it's
this is kind of a flop list, not gonna lie. Like it's turning into a bit of a flop list.
no, you'll see. I think it'll as it continues, we'll see. We've been harsher than I thought we would be as well. I think as we continue the video, certain people might move up. I could see Laporte
Eh,
moving up to A, but what like
Yeah.
this next one is Gakpo. I'll get us started. This is like for me, this is God. Maybe this sounds harsh. This is just like it's like maybe a little bit above average. It's like I put it maybe like I put it B, but I
Yeah.
don't think I can see it be A. Like he's like a decent winger. You know, he's a good winger. He's won a Premier League. He was
yeah,
not necessarily the most important player, but for me, he's a B.
I'd put
but
him
you
in
say
B.
like,
I agree with that.
uh, but to be honest, I don't like the way Arne Slot loves him so much. Like this guy, like shouldn't get so many minutes. To be honest, he's always doing the same tricks. Always.
Yeah.
At at the national team, he's really good. In the national team, he's really good. But I don't know, like for club. But yeah, let's say lower B, I would say, because he's not
Yeah. I
like
would say at the bottom of B because he hasn't done that
Below
yeah,
much for
Oscar,
Chinese
yeah,
football.
cultural
yeah,
impact. You know, yeah,
yeah. No, but yeah,
Gonzalo
yeah,
Ramos, that's him, right?
yeah, yeah. That is Gonzalo
D.
Ramos.
for
Yeah.
D tier is shocking.
yeah,
What?
D,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah, D. Bro, he
I
came
wouldn't
for
go deep
65
fair.
million.
He
Bro, he
was
Yeah,
came for
it was more. It
65.
expensive,
was like
but
80
he's
million
still
or
a good
something. It was so
player.
much
Yeah,
money.
you're right.
Like,
Yeah,
has he even cracked like 10 goals in Ligue 1? Let me just Google it because like
He
80 million, man.
has,
Like
but
you need to be
nah,
like the
bro.
top
Nah,
scorer of
nah,
the
yeah,
club.
nah, bro. Obvious. Like, I'm just agreeing with Pablo. This guy
but
is a
this is
D.
interesting because I was gonna put him C, and I thought even that was like harsh. But you guys are like locked on D, like no questions asked,
Yeah, like,
which is his. I mean, dude, the problem is his first season at PSG though, like the 24-25, he was pretty good
No,
though. He
his
scored a
first season he scored 11 league goals, second season 10 league goals, third season 4 league goals, and then he scored 5 goals in the Champions League over 3 seasons. Like I think that's kind of flop material.
But I will say the one
uh,
thing, okay, you know what? It's fair because we're judging based off the transfer and the club, not the player.
uh,
So I'll accept. If you guys want to put him D, that's fair. I will say though, at another club, he does very well. I think he will be
yeah,
sought
yeah.
after,
True,
and he's a
true.
starter at a lot of big clubs.
No, no, he's a good
Yeah.
player for sure, but it's just like a flop of a transfer in my opinion.
Yeah,
So
but he also came like when Mbappe was there. So I don't know, like this guy is,
Yeah, but
that's the
then when
thing.
Mbappe left, he could have made the team
yeah,
his own and he didn't,
yeah, yeah,
So
Yeah, but bro could have made the team his own. He's competing with Ousmane Dembele, who just won a Ballon d'Or. Like,
yeah, but
and keep going.
Dembele wasn't like a lot better than Gonzalo Ramos the season before he
Yes, he
won the Ballon
was.
d'Or. Not the season
I
before he won
think
the Ballon d'Or. Like we're
he's
acting
always
like
been
potential.
Dembele.
No,
higher
no,
than,
potential
We're
is high. Like the ceiling is higher
yeah.
for
we're
Dembele.
asking we're acting like Dembele was like a world-class player his whole career. Like he wasn't really like a
He wasn't his whole
problem.
career, but that's only because of injuries, man. At Dortmund, he was
Yeah,
unreal. But
yeah,
that's another conversation. But yeah,
Anyway, I think it's a D, man. Like he
yeah.
kind of
D
he is
plus
fair. But
at the top.
yeah.
bro, he's better than these. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
okay,
better than
thank you.
those guys.
He's better than every single one of these people. Like,
Yeah,
let's be real here. Um, this one,
interesting
Juan
one.
Mata. I'm just gonna say, based off the way this list is going, man, he could actually end up in A. Like,
Yeah,
That
it's
might
probably
sound
an A, yeah, I'd
crazy,
say.
but Juan Mata was really
Yeah,
good. I
yeah,
mean,
bro. He's
especially
solid. I love him.
when he went to United from Chelsea, the season before, like he left, he was Chelsea's best player, literally Chelsea's best player.
Yeah.
Um,
No, it was good.
Voted the player's best player. I think he's an A based off of this list.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I will
Yeah.
put him A as well. I really like him. He never made problems. He's also a good guy to have him in the locker room, for the younger generation.
Yeah.
Because he's like a role model as well. So I don't know. Like for me, he's like a really, really, really good signing. Yeah,
No, I agree.
You put him A? You put him
A for
above or
sure.
below Aubameyang?
I'd put
below.
him below.
Yeah,
No, yeah, yeah, I'd put him below Aubameyang because Aubameyang like won the top scorer. Like that's quite insane.
yeah.
Okay, so this next one, I'm prepared to defend it. I think Dejan Stankovic is an S tier January signing. Now, the reason being is that he signed from Lazio in 2004 for 4 million euros, which even back then was pretty cheap, but now is an absolute joke. Lazio were going through some grave financial issues, so that definitely helped the process. But like, let's just look at the success that he enjoyed at Inter. Under with him in the team, Inter won five Serie A's in a row, the Champions League under Jose Mourinho. Obviously, that was the year they won the treble as well in 2010. And he was an integral part of the team for the 10 years after his transfer. So I just think value for money and impact on his team, it's got to be S.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because this is one of the results when I was looking up, big January transfers. And I didn't realize he was a January transfer. I never knew that until I started looking this up. Stankovic, I agree. I think it's got to be an S. As you said, won so much with the club, and not only that, was like the crucial player in the midfield or one of the crucial players in the midfield, hoisted the Champions League with them.
Yeah.
Relative to this list, I'd say it has to be S.
What do you think, Dior?
Um, to be honest, for the money that for what he was worth and what he achieved. So just to make it quick, I think he's S tier, definitely,
But
like compared to the
where are we
others.
putting him? Like above Bruno G, like below?
That's hard,
You know.
man.
Because technically, yeah, I
How
don't know.
how
Technically, you have to put him
yeah.
above him.
Yeah, I mean,
If
How
you
expensive was
just,
he? He was a lot at the time, no? Like he was a lot, but I mean he was good.
a lot what?
Of money, sorry. He was like a
Stankovic?
significant, yeah.
That was 4 million euros.
yeah, that's fine.
What?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, because the
He
thing
was
is
that
like
cheap.
Lazio were they didn't have money and I think he might have been running down his contract, but it was four he went for 4 million.
Oh, I
So
mean, I must be thinking of when he went to Lazio. Okay, fair. Yeah, 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 yeah. Then they sold him at a massive discount.
Yeah, yeah, you have to put him then 4 million.
like
Like,
that's crazy. Like for now, 4 million, you can't even get like a I'd put him first even. Like you can't even get
Dude,
like
he's
a six
definitely
million offer.
above
I'd
Bruno
I'd put him above
Guimaraes.
Bruno Fernandes as well. Yeah, like for
The
me.
problem is he's won so many titles. Yeah, he's probably
yeah,
first.
Also, he
Let's
was
be
like a
real.
good player. I mean, I don't
yeah,
want to compare him with Bruno Fernandes and Bruno Guimaraes because it's hard, but he was like one of the top players in his position in Europe for like a few years.
Mm.
Like he was pretty good. What do you guys
okay.
Yeah.
think about Luis Diaz?
Yeah, so I'll get us started here. I was just talking about Gakpo before. I think Luis Diaz is a better signing than Gakpo. That's my opinion. And that's not just because of, how he's been good at Bayern Munich. It really, to be fair, has to do with last year. He was very good last year during their title run. He was one of the crucial players, especially in the front line. Like
Yeah.
outside of Salah, I would argue he was their best attacking player. Um, with all that said, based off of this list, I think I'd put him at either a high B or a low A. I think that's probably fair.
I would
He
put
was
him as
a
a low
yeah,
A
yeah.
personally. What do you
Yeah,
think?
me too.
Because the
No,
thing is,
I
he,
think I
he
will put
he's
him as well.
he was pretty solid for Liverpool, and then he went to Bayern for a profit. They made a lot of money moving him on. So yeah, I mean he was
I
pretty
think
good,
like
especially in his
15
last
more.
seasons.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
20 more, yeah. But also like just like one thing about him, I would say like you can see that Liverpool is missing him in the
Yeah,
squad.
I agree.
So that's why
Yeah,
like he had a
I
big
agree.
impact.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
That's true.
So for this next player, I mean, Jake's the Chelsea fan, so I'm sure he'll have some stuff to say for it. But I think they should actually create,
Yeah.
there should be a new like tier under tier D for Mikhailo Mudryk. Like he should be like an F tier. Like he was
yeah,
like
he should
one
be
of
there like with
he's
Coutinho.
in my opinion, he's one of the worst signings in the history of football, period. I mean, considering the fact that he's banned for steroids now, like, he can't even play football. And he was bought for
Yeah.
like 80 million pounds or something. It was something ridiculous like
Yeah,
that.
100 million euros.
And
So
he had a zero impact and he's just so bad. But again, I'm not a Chelsea fan, so
So I agree with these statements, but there's a lot of misinformation being spread. The initial like confirmed deal was 70 million euros, to be clear. I think that with the add-ons, it's probably like what, 80, 90. I don't know the final number. They were super weird about it. Mudrik's a hard one, man. I agree with what you guys are saying, by the way. He's an easy D. Like easy D, 100%. I'm not gonna fight that. The problem is with Mudrik, like he's weirdly actually kind of a likable guy, which is why I have like a little bit of a soft spot for him, even though he's an absolute idiot. Um, where do we put him in D? Is he worse than Coutinho? I don't know, man. I don't know if he's worse than Coutinho. That's the thing.
yes, because Coutinho played at least.
yeah, like he had a negative impact in Chelsea. Like what did like he didn't do anything good. Like what do you remember like a salient moment of Mudryk like doing something like
Yeah,
he was the
yeah, his
fastest
run.
player in the
In
Premier
the
League.
2023-2024 season, he wasn't bad, but like yeah, you're right. To be fair, Coutinho might have had more of a. Here's the thing, the only thing I will say to defend Mudryk, and to be clear, he's a D. He's definitely like bottom two in D. I guess we can put him last. That's fair. The one thing I will say for him is on a physical level, he's an absolute freak. And I don't know if you guys have watched him, but genuinely, my brother and I used to text during games and say, if this guy learns to like
Yeah,
have good decision making, he could be unreal because he would like burn players, dribble like a maniac, be an absolute athletic beast. But then the final decision where he either
yeah.
shoots or he passes to a player, he was terrible. It would take him 10 years to load like a laggy Wi-Fi. Yeah, he's a D man. I'm trying to defend him a little bit.
I mean, he's also trying to be like an Olympic sprinter now, which is pretty crazy.
No, no, no. But I think he's coming back now, not to Chelsea, from what I
Maybe.
Also,
heard.
for the record, the thing that he tested positive for is not steroids. It's like a very common, it's the Russian, like that weird Russian slash USSR thing that like a whole bunch of them have tested positive for. It's not like a classified steroid, but it is illegal for professional athletes to take. But it's not like PEDs, you know, it's not a John
Mm.
Jones type of situation.
Anyway, yeah,
But yeah.
moving on. Oh, you start with just Jake, but
Well, you want me to go back? First of all, this guy is above Mudryk, as bad as he was.
yeah, he's above
Yeah,
Mudryk for sure. But like,
yeah.
I don't know if he's like a whole tier above Mudryk.
So this is why, by the way, I was saying that Gonzalo Ramos should be C because for me,
Yeah,
Fernando
we
Torres
might
is
have
a
to move him
D.
up, honestly.
Fernando Torres is a
Yeah.
D for sure. And keep in mind, like, bro, my brother loved Fernando Torres. You guys need to understand when Fernando Torres came, my brother was so happy. He was like, he bought his jersey. He was like, we've got the best player. He's coming from Liverpool. It's like the top striker. And he was so disappointing, man. He was like,
Yeah,
the fall off
Yeah,
between one club to the next is honestly probably worse than Alexis Sanchez's fall off. Let's
I
be
would say
real.
so for sure. Like his legs were just
yeah,
gone, and he was also paid like 50 million at the time, which is probably close to like I would say like 120 million or something these days. It's crazy. Like it was so much money.
yeah.
The transfer fee, yeah, the transfer fee was like 60 million. Yeah, it was a lot.
So
Let's put
I
Ramos up.
would yeah, I would move up Gonzalo Ramos to C, and I don't know
Yeah.
where do we put him? Do we put him maybe? Is he
I
worse than
Behind.
Carroll?
I think he's better than Carroll only
Yeah,
because he scored that iconic
He did
goal
score
against
that iconic goal.
Barcelona.
Yeah, fine.
60
Okay,
million, 50
let's put him
million
above.
pounds have just been repaid and he won the
Yeah,
Champions League. That's the only reason you would go above him.
yeah.
But but yeah.
It was
Yeah, man.
it's a shame. He was such a good. I loved Fernando Torres. He's such a good player. I actually used to have a signed shirt of his when he played for Atletico Madrid. But
He was great at
yeah.
Atletico. He was great at Liverpool. He was just a massive
Yeah.
disappointment at Chelsea. Very
Okay.
likable guy,
Yeah.
though, has to be said.
Yeah.
This is
It's like
a very Chelsea heavy tier list, I have to say.
yeah.
But the next
No,
one,
there's
Christian
only
Pulisic,
Uh,
there's
poor
four,
Chelsea
yeah.
fan.
uh,
But that's because
um,
Chelsea's made a lot of big signings in January. But yeah,
moving next to Pulisic, the former Dortmund player. So he played before
Yeah.
for Dortmund, was really, really, really good. And as the Americans said, like we got just Ronaldo and Messi on the same level. Pulisic.
Yeah.
So no, but I would say like this guy so likable. Like as as a human being, he's really nice, but he is an average nice guy. I think like he's the definition of like a. I would just put him in C tier.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
Like he had a period during COVID where he was insane when they
you
restarted
remember
the
me.
season
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in August 2020. But it was yeah. I would say C. I mean, I don't know, like I mean, I guess you know more, Jake, as the Chelsea fan, but I just feel like he was he was a bit disappointing, man, like to be completely honest.
Yeah. So for what it's worth, I didn't want to have all these Chelsea players here.
yeah,
Unfortunately, Chelsea has spent a lot of money in January transfer windows, which is why these guys are here. Um, Pulisic, what can I say? He was, like Pablo said, he was really good. The end of the 2019-2020 season with Frank Lampard, he was our best player in that second half. Like right leading up to
Mm.
the start of COVID and all of that, he was really, really good. Obviously, he won the Champions League with Chelsea. I mean, he was being rotated a bit, but he played a lot of minutes. He was still a crucial player in the squad. Um, with all that said, like he's worse than these B level players. I would put him at C. I think that's fair. He's
yeah.
definitely been a worse signing than Enzo Fernandez, despite him being significantly cheaper. Um, where do we put him in this category, though? Might have
Uh
to move Enzo up, man.
yeah,
That's all I'm
let's
gonna
move
say.
Enzo up to B, even though that pains me to say. And
Why?
Pulisic,
Why?
I would put him above Ferran Torres and below Vlahovic personally.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's probably fair.
yeah.
And then Virgil
That's
van
probably
Dijk, that's
fair.
a clear
S,
S. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
S,
even
Is
S.
it is
he's
it's
even better than
I think it's number
Stankovic.
one,
Yeah, I think it's
man.
number
Yeah,
one.
I
number
think
one,
it's the
number
But
number
one.
one
that if
player.
we have the player that didn't have an image, for me,
Suarez.
Luis Suarez is first above Van Dijk, in my opinion.
Mm. By the way, a couple of the players didn't appear here, so we can rank them quickly. One of which was Suarez, so we'd put him S tier, I
Yeah,
assume.
yeah.
Um, Another one actually was Dejan Kulusevski to
Oh, that's a hard
Juventus.
one because like those first 6 months he was insane, but then I don't know, he's kind of been injured a lot. Like I would say like a C or a B, like low B. No,
Mm.
probably C, honestly.
You'd put him C? Dude, I
I
think
think
he
so,
might
yeah.
be I think he'd be higher than that, man. He would I think we move Laporte up. I think Laporte's
Yeah, let's
been
move. We can move him up to A, I think.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He won a lot as well. Like
This
he's
is we move him up assuming that we're counting Dejan Kulusevski, and I would put Dejan in
Yeah.
B, right? He was still a very important player for Juventus, you know?
No, but
mm.
is
Um,
it the transfer to Juventus or to Tottenham? To Tottenham,
no, I
right?
was talking about the Juventus one when he went from who did he go from?
It was like
Fiorentina, no?
Atalanta or Parma or
Sorry,
something. I don't
Atalanta.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of yeah, there was no the Tottenham one was in summer.
No, no, the Tottenham one was in the spring because the thing is
Was
the
it?
or in January because the thing is he barely played for Juve. Like they kind of flipped him. They bought him and then they resold him for like 10 million more or something. Because I remember it's that season that Conte was training Tottenham and they made top four by beating Arsenal like in one of the last game weeks of the season. And Kulusevski was like insane that second half of the season.
Oh yeah, true.
Yes, you're
Yeah,
right. Sorry, you're right. It was yeah. In that case, then I think this is fair.
Yeah, I
Put
think
him
this is
at
a
B.
good tier list. I mean, honestly, like a lot of these were you know, from B below, you know, kind of flops in some ways.
Yeah.
yeah, but still a good one. Like
Yeah, for sure, for
pretty
sure.
balanced, I would say. Like
Yeah.
if you think about Suarez as well, if he's S,
Yeah. He's S for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a hard one. There's some of these that could go either way, but I definitely think the D tiers are deserving D tiers.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we
Especially
think
the last two.
Mudryk is the worst ever. To be fair, that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, Dior and I both getting representation here with
exactly. Yeah.
Coutinho and Mudryk. Yeah, to be fair, you're right. Actually, I think Mudryk is worse than Coutinho overall as a signing.
Yeah, just
Just
because he don't play right now. Like otherwise, I would say because Coutinho is really bad. Like, and he was
Yeah.
so expensive, and he was the Neymar. And he came with the expectation of a SS tier. So Mudryk came not with the expectation of a SS tier. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was not like, oh
yeah,
yeah, if he comes,
that's
like he's
true.
gonna be Ronaldo. Like, no. But everyone thought if Coutinho comes, he's gonna be the new Neymar. So I think that's why for me, there's not like a big gap between those two, just being honest.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. No, I agree. So it's a tough one. I mean, some of these are some of the most expensive signings ever made, especially in January. And we've missed some that maybe we'll cover in another tier list potentially. Like, was Moises Caicedo in the winter as well, or was he in the summer?
No, that was in summer.
Okay.
And
But
Yeah,
Neymar?
yeah,
Neymar was in summer as well.
yeah. I mean,
I know
Ronaldo
because
to Al Nassr, for example, would have been an interesting one to rank in
that's
January.
true. I didn't do that. That's true. We could
But
count.
the thing
Well,
is,
Ronaldo, where would we rank him? That's probably like an A, right? I mean, I don't know.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I would say A for the impact on the league as well. I mean, like
Yeah.
you said with Oscar, but he's had the same impact with the Saudi league.
Yeah, but he didn't
I
want
think he's had a
anything,
bigger
bro.
impact.
Yeah, but he didn't
Yeah,
That's
want
true.
anything.
That's
Like you,
true. Yeah, but what
like
has Oscar won? Do we know? I have no idea.
he's probably won like the Chinese Cup or something. Honestly, I don't
yeah,
know.
like yeah, but like if you compare Benzema won two titles
Yeah,
in
That's
the
true.
league, for example, when he came,
yeah, but
as
Benzema's
a
team is also way more stacked than Ronaldo's, I feel.
yeah, what's it called again?
Al Ittihad, is he at Al
Al
Ittihad?
Yeah, but the
Is it
best
that
team is I
one?
think Al Hilal. I think that's like the
Yeah, with Mitrovic. Yeah.
yeah, bro. Al Hilal is crazy. Like,
Yeah,
but
that's true.
yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
in any case, this is our ranking for January signings. As you guys can see, it's a little bottom heavy, but there's still some stars among these signings. And as always, please leave a comment. Let us know if you agree, disagree. If there are any of these signings that you think we've gotten very wrong, definitely let us know,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, let us know if there's any players that you think we may have missed out as well, and that we should rank in a future list. But thanks to both of you. Thanks, Dior, for coming on again. It's been a while.
of course, of course. Thank you guys as well for inviting me.
Thanks, guys.